think
Sir,
many
excuse me, sir.
many others. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Sir, our labs aren't open yet. Can you please give us few minutes?
Your labs are still not open, is it? Okay.
So some of
I'll
us
give you.
joined. But
Understood. Understood. That's why I delayed the class. Mm, I'll wait for another 5 minutes. Then I'll start my class.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
It will be in recording, but still I'll wait for another 5 minutes for others to join in. Today we are not facing any lag in the screen share, so that is one thing advantageous. Like yesterday or the last class, we were feeling that lag while we were sharing the screen, but today I don't feel there is a lag in screen share. I am able to follow up, or everybody is in the same pitch, so I could observe that. So last class I've told you also to solve few problems. I don't know how many of you have solved. I will just go and check my course so that how many of you have solved I can actually see. You can see there is something called as inheritance. So this is something which I want to I took up inheritance and polymorphism abstraction, and then I'm going for collections. So there is a reason why I'm doing this. You'll understand it after some time. Okay. So I was seeing inheritance. So how many of you have completed inheritance is something that I want to see. Okay. Some other college is working on that. I think none of you have started working on it, I feel. I don't know what is the problem. Can anybody tell me, is there any issues while solving the problems in eBox? Like I solved one problem and I told you to solve it also last class, but nobody have attempted to solve. Is there any reason? Before we start, I just want to know: are you guys in the same state of progress in practice also? So I think nobody is actually solving problems related to inheritance. Is there any issue that you're facing? Is what I want to understand.
We didn't complete the previous topics, so we are going sequence. Sir.
Sequentially you're going, it's fine, but see these things are very important. Okay. You can't finish everything in 2D array, then go for methods. That is impossible. Okay. Or you cannot complete everything in strings and then only go to. There is no rule also. Okay. So like whenever we are discussing the topic, right, then and there, if you are practicing, it will give you a good hold of the subject. Okay. Or the topic that you're learning. In case you are delaying it, right, it keeps on delaying in your backlog. Means it will be there in your backlog such that it will keep piling up. So at the end, it will be difficult. So like, okay, today I'm solving what is polymorphism. First, go and solve the problems in polymorphism. Okay, then look for other topics. So those things like you had a weekend, right? Yesterday, day before yesterday, and even Thursday and Friday, everything was like a leisure according to me. You like after going back home, if you're spending at least 3 hours a day, you should be able to do it. I don't know, nobody have done it. It's very disappointing. Um, so this is not the way that e-box works. Okay, so I'll tell you a scenario. Okay, there are students like every day at least spending 12 hours in learning Java. Okay, so I am teaching in one of the institute. Okay, there if I go and ask the students how many hours you practice in a day, they'll practice 12 hours in a day. Okay, so why 12 hours? Just within 3 months they are able to get into a job or an crack into an interview. So how that is possible? Because they are spending 12 hours only in learning Java. Okay, so forget about other subjects. They're in the college. They are also part of exams, internals, and all this assignments and all that. But they understand learning Java will give them job and that will give them salary. What they are doing is they are giving this the first preference. The moment I teach any topic to them, right, they spend at least 10 hours or 12 hours and solve all the problems and come back to me and ask doubts. Okay, so that brings in culture of learning. Okay, see, if you are any profession for that matter, say you are a carpenter and you are spending a lot of time in carpentry, you will become a good carpenter. Correct. No? So if you are a lawyer and you're solving so many cases in court, you'll become a good lawyer, right? Same applies to every profession. In programming, like you should spend a lot of time in solving the problem. Then only you will be called as a good programmer. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, there is no point in going for a profession, taking up a profession as software developer. Okay. So I can clearly see that lag in all of you. Nobody is going and practicing it every day. Right? Are you spending only 1 hour or 1.5 hour or 2 hours? That will not help. Okay. At least like I'll give you scenarios. I will show you students who have done it. Okay, they in 3 months they have learned Java. They have cracked into very good companies with very good packages. Okay, so just a week ago, one of my students, right, he cracked the job for 8 lakh package in Capgemini. Okay, as a fresher. Okay. He was not experienced. As a fresher, he cracked into a job for 8 lakh package. So like you can actually spend more time. It is not helpful for me or helpful for your college or helpful for anybody. It would be helpful for only you. Okay, so there is no good way or there is no good time for learning. Okay, every time is good only. So you have to just go sit and practice. So I could see there is this issue with students that you are not practicing, and at the end you will come and expect everything to be proper. That will not happen. So 90% of effort should be from your side, and 10% of help can be done by some other trainer, no matter whichever situation you say. Okay. Okay. So I'll be starting the session. We'll see once everything is proper. Okay. I'll start my session. Maybe I'll not go in a like fast phase. I'll be in slow phase so that others will also join. But still, I'll start my class because it's already 9 o'clock. And We can't delay the sessions every day, right? So I'll go slow. Maybe you can understand, and if you get any doubts, you can stop me then and there and ask me the doubts. Okay. So starting with, so what I was saying is, what is polymorphism? So this is the first question which we are starting. So here there are some topics adjacent to this, and some basic understanding is required before understanding polymorphism. So as a theory part of it, we'll see what is polymorphism, and then go into programmatical part. Okay. So what is this polymorphism? So polymorphism itself divides into two things. One is poly and morphs. So there are two words. One is poly and the other one is morphs. Morphs. So it's a Greek word. What does poly means? Poly means different. Different. Okay. Morphs means forms. Forms. Different forms. So what do I mean by different forms? So just take an example of you. Okay. So like you behave as a polymorphic creature. You are polymorphic in nature. So how do I say polymorphic? You behave differently in different scenarios, right? Say you are in a class or you are in the college, you behave as student, right? When you go back home, if you have a younger brother or elder brother, you will behave as a brother to them, right? And in front of your parents, you will be a children to them, right? Or a child to them. Then you have your girlfriend or boyfriend, you will be a life partner to them, or you will be like you will attend different forms, you will behave differently, right? You will not behave the same way you're behaving with your sister, with your um, say friend, right? So your friend, you'll share all the feelings, right? But not those with your sister or brother, because like she will or he will blackmail you. Maybe you'll have some fears, right? Or like you can take your mother also as an example, right? She actually performs a lot of tasks. She performs multiple tasks. Like she is also polymorphic in nature. Like she does the cooking, so you can see she does cleaning of house. She also goes for a work outside, right? And she also behaves like a mother to you, and she also behaves like a wife to your father, right? And she will behave as a independent woman in the society, right? So one person behaving differently in different point of time, we call them as polymorphic in nature. Okay, polymorphic in nature. So just take real time examples. If you are like we'll go for programming now. In programming, do you find any place where um, polymorphism is seen? Any
మామూలుగా
example?
ఈ ఇంటి వెనక అప్పుడు మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు రేపు క్లాస్ లేదు ఈరోజు రేపు
Sorry. Uh, please don't unmute yourself. Okay. Can anybody give example of in real time? How do you see polymorphism in real time applications? Say if you are taking Amazon as an example, what Amazon does or what Amazon app can do is lot more than what you think. Correct? No? So Amazon has something called as Amazon Pay, and Amazon has its own or its branch for movies, or Amazon has a music. Amazon has food delivery, right? Amazon has grocery delivery. Amazon has like normal products delivery, like your electrical appliances and mobiles and all that, electronics and other things. That also it does. And it also has something called mini TV in it. Like you can go watch web series and movies and all that, right? So one app behaving differently in different point of time, right? So if you say Flipkart, in Flipkart you can buy groceries, you can buy medicine, you can buy flight air tickets and all, right? It is now not now, maybe 3 years ago it is now. I signed an agreement with Make My Trip, so you can in Flipkart also you can go and book an air ticket. So or you can book say 10 minutes grocery delivery. There are a lot of things one app can bring in, right? In if you see Book My Show, for example, that was also polymorphic in nature. During this lockdown, what they did,
Sir, can you please
Book
reshare the
My
screen?
Show, they released a lot of web series and a lot of movies and all that, right? So one app behaving differently in different point of time, we call that as polymorphic in nature. Okay, polymorphic in nature. So in programming, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is a scenario or is a programming paradigm in which one method or one program behaves differently in different point of time. Okay, so how does it behave? We will understand now. Okay, what is polymorphism? We'll understand now. How polymorphism is implemented in Java? We'll understand. Okay, so as I was saying, polymorphism, I'll just go with an example. So just observe, I'm just taking any one package. Okay. I'll create a new class. A main. Main is one class which I'm creating, and I already have something called as JNTU class. So there is some class already present called JNTU. I am thinking to reuse the
Your
same.
screen is not visible, sir.
The screen is not visible. Just a minute. I think it is visible. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So,
Yes, sir.
So now in this, what I'll be teaching you how polymorphism is implemented. Okay, so I'll take the example of any one student. Can anybody give any one of your name apart from Mohit and apart from others who already gave their names?
Sandeep.
Can you give your Sandeep?
Sandeep.
Okay, Varun and Sandeep. Okay, okay, Harsha. See, for this and all, you will be very active, huh? Okay, I'll take Harsha. Okay, Harsha is Harsha. Okay, I'll take the other names later. I'll take Harsha. Harsha is one person or one class that I have. So how Harsha behaves differently in different point of time, let us try to understand. Okay, so what is Harsha? Harsha is just a name of a person which I'm making it as an object, okay, or a class in Java. Now, what are the properties of Harsha, right? So I just want to take those attributes and methods of Harsha. What Harsha can do, right? Int age. What is age of Harsha? What is age of Harsha?
45, sir.
45. Okay. Okay. So then, what else? What are the other attributes? Maybe you can take height of Harsha, like float, height. So I'll just take height as like 5.9 or 5.8. Okay, I'll just assume maybe he's taller than that or less than that. I'll just assume his height to be 5.8. Okay, then like what Harsha can do. Okay, so that is the action what Harsha can perform. Okay, so what Harsha can perform? Anybody
He can
wants
play
to give
cricket,
input?
sir.
Okay. So play cricket. Play cricket is one method that is what Harsha has, and it can have written values or it can be a void method. So I'll just take it as a void. So void cricket. So play cricket. What Harsha can do? Harsha can play cricket, means whether he is a bowler or batsman. I'll just say in this play cricket, he is a batsman. I just take he is a left hand or right hand batsman. Okay. What Harsha can do is he can play cricket. What else Harsha can do? What else Harsha can do? Can Harsha sing?
Yes, sir, he can sing.
So I'll just take string. Sing this song. Harsha can sing a song, and what he returns is maybe he does a Telugu song. He sings a Telugu song. Okay, so I'm just assuming this. Maybe he will sing other songs also. Okay, so this is what Harsha can do. Okay, so now what is this polymorphism, right? In polymorphism, there are basically two types of polymorphism. One is static polymorphism. One is static polymorphism, and other one is dynamic polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism. So what is the difference between static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism? You need to understand. Just a minute. Sorry, there's some background noise. Please bear with me. Okay, so what is static and what is dynamic polymorphism? We'll understand. Okay, now whatever we wrote, right? Say we know what is Harsha. Harsha's age we know his height, and we know he can play cricket and he can sing a song, right? So these things, like these attributes, are already binded to Harsha during compilation. When I'm compiling this class, I already know these attributes are already there with Harsha, right? So this is called as static polymorphism. What is static polymorphism? So some attributes are already binded during the execution or during the compilation of the program. We call this things as static polymorphism. What is static polymorphism? During the compilation, some attributes are already binded to Harsha. Okay. Now, what Harsha will do, Harsha will behave differently. I told he is polymorphic in nature, correct? No? So what he will do is, I'll have void play cricket only. Play cricket only. So play cricket only, right? But he has an argument, right? He has an argument like maybe you can say he is having one crush, okay? Some crush he's having. So whenever crush comes in front of him while he's playing the cricket, right? How he plays cricket will be different. Okay, so that is called as polymorphism in real time. So here you see, previously he was a batsman, right? Previously he was a batsman. Now when his crush comes in front of him, right? So Harsha becomes all-rounder. Okay. Why all-rounder? He has to impress her, right? Um, to impress crush. Impress crush. So I'll just give crush name also, but you can give whatever name you like, but not the real-time names. Any imaginary names you can give. Okay, so I'll just make it as crush. So what happens now? What is Harsha doing? Harsha is actually playing cricket, but when some crush comes in front of her, front of him, he behaves as an all-rounder. Means he will go and like do a lot of dives and also become a good fielder, and he'll also start bowling like Malinga and gets a lot of wickets, and also he becomes a good keeper, and he says that he is equivalent to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He tries to impress her, right? He tries to impress her by doing all this. So how you can say it as polymorphism? Because Harsha is again playing cricket here also, playing cricket also. Right? Same cricket is playing in both the places, but here Harsha is able to see her crush. Here Harsha is not seeing her crush. Okay, the way he plays cricket will differ when he is seeing the crush and not seeing the crush. Okay, so this is called as static polymorphism. So this is static in nature, means during the compilation itself, Harsha class will know how many methods are there. So here you can see play cricket is a method, right? So same name, but different arguments you are passing. Here you don't have argument, but here you have argument. So if this is the case, right? If this is the case, then this is called as static polymorphism, or we call it as overloading. Okay, what is overloading? You have cricket method only, but here in cricket method you have one extra argument. So this is called as overloading. Same method, but you are loading the arguments. More arguments you are loading. Okay, imagine same Harsha will play again. Again, there is one more overloaded thing. Void play cricket only, right? He has play cricket only. Now imagine, now it's not his crush. Imagine his girlfriend is coming in front of him. Say string, girlfriend is coming in front of him. Okay. Now, like how he plays cricket will change. Okay. And also, like girlfriend is also there in front of him, and also you have crush in front of him. Okay. Crush. Both girlfriend as well as crush is watching what how he is playing the cricket. Now the way he plays cricket will change. Now the way he is game will change. Okay, say maybe he can hit a century also. Okay, he'll hit century, late century. Okay, we don't know, right? So this is called as, right, overloading. Why overloading? Same name. Play cricket is same name. Here also same name. Here also same name. But arguments are changing. Here only crush is there. Here nothing. Nobody is there. And here both crush and girlfriend is there. Right? Overloading. Right? This is called as overloading. Same method name, but different set of arguments. So in your interview, they will ask you, like one class can have how many number of overloaded methods? Any number of overloaded methods. Okay. The same thing applies to your singer song also. Okay. So whenever he is alone, right? Alone, he will sing only Telugu songs because that will make him more comfortable and he can share the feelings. Okay. But whenever he sees a crush or whenever he sees a girlfriend, the way he sings will change. He'll not sing Telugu song, he'll sing English songs to impress her. Impress her. So why? What is happening now? Sing a song is also one method, but you are overloading that method whenever there is one more argument which is passed out. Okay, sing a song is a method which has overloaded methods. So this is one overloaded method. This is one overloaded method. Okay, so this is called as static polymorphism. In one class, you have polymorphism happening. Okay, now we'll go to main method. Right now, we'll try to invoke that particular class. So I'll have Harsha. I'll have main method. So before we do anything, we'll have main method. Inside this main method, what I will do is I will try to create object of Harsha. Harsha H is equal to new Harsha. Right? I'll just create an object of Harsha. Now I'll call methods. So what Harsha can do? Harsha can do all this. See, Harsha can play cricket just without anybody. Harsha plays cricket when crush is in front of him, and Harsha can play cricket when both girlfriend and crush are there in front of him. The way he plays will differ, but only method is play cricket. Play cricket is an action that he is performing, but how he plays depends on who is there in front of him. Okay. So imagine like both girlfriend and crush is there. So you have to pass girlfriend name and crush name. Now you tell me who's the girlfriend of Harsha. Maybe Samantha is one girl who's a girlfriend. Okay. And crush, maybe who's the crush? Like you give some random name or give some actress name.
Naitiri. Naitiri, sir.
Sniperi. Now, Asha can tell maybe who is his crush, movie actor, somebody. You're there, Asha, in the call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who's your crush, man?
Sir, it's Sandy.
Okay, Sandy. Fine. When both Sandy and Samantha are in front of him, like the way he plays cricket is different. We'll see how he plays. But now we'll have sing method also. Like when he is alone, okay. When he had a breakup and he's alone, the how he sings is he sings just plain Telugu songs. So that's why I'm not passing any arguments. Means nobody's there. He's single, right? So just run this and see. Okay, maybe here I have some execution issues. Okay, so when he sings, so what happens is when you call play the cricket with Samantha and Sandy, right? So this will call method called as this play cricket with this. So he will hit a century. So hit century will be printed. And then whenever you're singing song with English or with a girlfriend name, or when he is alone, he will have only Telugu songs to be printed. So you just need to go and execute this and see how it behaves differently. So I'll just go to some iDesign and try to execute this and show you how it is different. So in main, I will just copy this main.java, whatever I have, I'll just copy this. See, Control V and save it. So I'm just creating object of Harsha here, and here I will create a new file called as harsha.java. Har harsha.java. Okay, so I'll just create a new class called as harsha.java, and here I will paste whatever the methods which was there in Harsha. So I'll go to another class called as harsha.java. I'll just copy everything from here. Control C, and I will paste it in that window. Can see this, right? So you are able to see the screen and see the text and everything. So I'll just save it. I'll compile it. Compilation successful. When I execute, you'll only get two outputs. Okay. You are getting an error saying that main method found in the class main. Please define main method as public static void method. Okay. Maybe there is somewhere I'm making some mistake. Okay. Here, okay, it should be main method, right? So public static 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 void main, right? And small main method. Then compile it and execute. Now you can see there is an output. Okay. Java FX application must extend Java FX. Okay. There is some import happened, I think. Okay, string args is missing in main method. Yeah. Reduce string and dot args. Anything, I can use anything. It's not a problem. Okay. Now, okay, you can see how Harsha is behaving. as an output here. Okay, you can see he hit a century. Okay, like I have run 2 times, so I'm getting 2 outputs. Okay. So here one is hit a century is printed for play cricket, but this sing a song, right, is returning some value. So returned value I have to print it. Okay, system dot out dot println. So I'm printing whatever he's singing. So now you will be able to see both of this. Okay, I'm executing. Look here. So he is hitting the century also, and he is playing or he's singing this Telugu song. So why he does that? Because that is his polymorphic behavior. Okay, maybe I'll increase the font. Stop 18. Now you are able to see this, right? You are able to see it properly. Any doubts in this before we start the other topic? So what is Harsha? Harsha is a class. He has age and he has height. He has methods like play cricket. So play cricket is an overloaded method. What is this? Overloading. Same name, but different set of arguments. We call this as overloading. So this is one of the polymorphic nature. Means one person behaves differently when different methods are called. At different point of time, he behaves differently. How he was behaving, like when nobody is there, the way he plays cricket, he's just a batsman. But when Harsha gets a crush in front of him, watching the match, the how he plays the cricket is different, right? He behaves like an all-rounder to impress her crush. But when he is having both girlfriend as well as crush in front of her, he starts behaving like Virat Kohli, right? He starts scoring centuries or sixes or whatever. So that is how he behaves. And when he's alone, right? So he is also having a method called a sing song. So I am overloading that sing song. What is overloading? In the same class, same name with a different argument. So different set of argument you are passing. So this becomes overloading. Is it clear for all of you? Did you understand what is static overloading? All of you understood this? Any doubts?
Yes, sir, we understood.
Okay. I want one more name for overriding to explain. Any other number?
Sir, Sandeep.
Okay. I'll take Sandeep. Okay. Maybe it will be a little funny. Okay, Sandeep should bear. Okay. Sandeep.
That's what we want.
Okay, that's what you want. Okay, Sandeep. Okay, Sandeep is actually a very good guy, and what he does is he does Sandeep is here, no? Sandeep, do you know cooking?
No, sir.
You know cooking, right? Sandeep, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Sandeep. Okay, from whom you learned cooking? Who taught you cooking?
Girlfriend, sir.
Girlfriend can't cook cooking.
Yes,
Girlfriend
sir.
can't. Maybe YouTube might have taught him cooking, or maybe his mother might
Sir?
have taught cooking, right? Sandeep's mother only might have taught told him how to cook, right?
Yes,
He
sir. My
doesn't
mother.
know. No, okay. So I will take maybe a parent class, maybe class. Okay, there is a class called as mom. Okay, so mom is expert in cooking. Okay, she knows cooking very well. So like she has some like predefined procedure to cook. Right? Say for example, when you are doing cooking, maybe today you did and tomorrow you did, there will be difference in taste. Correct? No, one day it will be okay to eat, other day it will be very worst. Nobody cannot eat. Something like that you will do cooking. But when your mom does cooking, like every day it will taste the same, or it will be better every day. Have you observed that? whenever mother cooks, right, it will be delicious and it will be good every time. Okay, so like there is a method called as public. So what mom makes, maybe some sweet. Okay, so public string, or we can take void, or maybe string, the public string. Say sweet. Sweet is one dish, or sweet is something that she prepares. There is a method called a sweet method, and she returns return maybe what mother makes. Maybe she makes jamun. That's maybe what Sandeep's favorite sweet, maybe. Okay, gulab jamun she is preparing. Okay, that is one method called a sweet method. Okay, and there is some more methods. What mom can do, she can prepare breakfast. Maybe idli or dosa. Okay, and what she can do, mother only thought everything. Okay, so mother she what mother is preparing all this, she's making lunch. Okay, so in this lunch, maybe there are some dishes like rice and papu or something. Okay, so this is what mother is good at. Mother is good at doing a sweet called jamun, and breakfast she usually does idli and dosa very well, like some chutney and all, right? And for lunch, she prepares rice and papu. Like it's a very good tasty dish that she performs. Okay, so all this. But what happens is Sandeep, one day morning, he gets a call from her, from his girlfriend, saying that, where are you? Okay, so he says, I'm in home and I'm eating breakfast or something. And she says, you come to my home and nobody's there at home. Okay, so he will be very happy. So at least he can go and meet and have conversation and talk to her. All that he will think. And when he reaches his girlfriend home. Okay, girlfriend home. Okay, so girlfriend home, and she invites him to come inside and they will sit. Okay, now what girlfriend says is, I want to drink a coffee. Okay, I want to drink a coffee, but Sandeep wants to impress her. Okay, so like Sandeep wants to impress her by making a coffee. Right, he will go and prepare coffee so that he will impress her girlfriend. So what he will do, he will do public string, make coffee, make coffee. What he does, he makes coffee. And he makes that filter coffee or something to impress her. Okay. So I'll make filter coffee to impress her. Now, okay, that is fine. So they both had coffee and fine. But what her girlfriend, or Sandeep's girlfriend, will tell us, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm hungry. I did not eat anything from the morning. Okay, so it will be very painful for Sandeep to listen to this, that she did not eat any breakfast because parents are not there and she doesn't know how to cook. Okay, how to cook she doesn't know. Now Sandeep will get full power he will get, and he will say, don't worry, okay, don't worry, baby, I will do cooking for you. I will do cooking for you. Okay, but does Sandeep know cooking? He knows cooking by just seeing her mom. Okay, he might have seen somewhere what mother is making, how he's making. Huh? Hello, hello. Oh, sorry if anybody is speaking. Okay, I'll continue. So he doesn't know how to cook, but he has seen how mom cooks. So what he will do, instead of he trying any cooking, he will extend mother. Okay, he will extend mother. So what happens the moment he extends mother, whatever mother used to cook, right? Everything is now available to Sandeep. Correct or no? Whatever mom is having how to make sweet. Mom knows how to make breakfast. Mom knows how to make lunch. All this is now by default inherited to Sandeep, right? Sandeep now knows everything from mom because Sandeep extends everything from mom, right? Now and his girlfriend asks how to or she will ask to have something for breakfast. Immediately what he will do, he will override. You know what is override? The mother taught him how to do idli, right? Or maybe he taught how to do sweet. Okay. um, Maybe he'll do first breakfast, maybe think like that. So she knows how to do idli and dosa, right? How to do idli and dosa, like plain idli and plain dosa. But what Sandeep will do, Sandeep wants to impress, right? He wants to impress. So what he will do, he will override whatever her mother was doing, right? So he will do public make breakfast method. I'll just copy it from mom. You have this breakfast method, right? The same breakfast method. Some people try to override. Okay, what is override? I'll tell you. Same method name, right? Same method name, breakfast only. Nothing changes. Everything will be same, but the way he returns will be different. He will not make only normal idli and normal dosa. Okay, he will make rava idli and masala dosa. Okay, masala dosa. Masala dosa. Okay. So what is doing here? He is actually using breakfast method present in mother. Like he is extending mother's class and he is overriding breakfast method. Means who's doing this breakfast? How he learned? He learned it from mother. He is using the same method, but he doesn't want to make what mother is making. Mother will only make plain idli and plain dosa. No, he wants to impress the girlfriend. No, so he is making rava idli and rava masala dosa. Okay, how he is doing? He is overriding breakfast method. Where this breakfast method is present? Breakfast method is present in mom, and he is overriding that behavior, and he is giving his own implementation. He is giving his own implementation. He is returning. Okay? And similarly, they both had breakfast. Means already Sandeep had breakfast in home, but still he acted that he did not also eat, and they had breakfast. And they were watching some web series or some movie, and it was lunchtime. And now girlfriend says, "Hey, you made a very good breakfast. Why can't you make lunch also for me? Why can't you make lunch also for me?" Now, what Sandeep will do? Tell me, what Sandeep will do? Sandeep knows how to cook only from her mother, no? What mother was making, mother was also preparing lunch, but she was doing rice and papu. But now, girlfriend says, I want biryani for the lunch. Okay, biryani for the lunch. But he knows cooking, right? He knows cooking. So what he will do? He will just override how mother was doing, right? He will just say, how to how to switch on the gas stove. You know how to take the what you say vessels and how to do cooking, right? He knows that. So he will use that same method instead of he creating another new method. So what he will do, he will use the same method what mother was having. So mother taught him. So he will use string same lunch method. So same lunch method, and here will override and return. He will prepare biryani. Okay, biryani for her. Okay. Now just see what is happening. Now I'll go to main method, and now I'll create object of Sandeep also. I will create object of Sandeep also. Now Sandeep S is equal to new Sandeep of new Sandeep of. Okay. Now if you call S dot make breakfast. Okay. Make breakfast. Now what it will return? Now tell me what will return. It will not return what mom was making. It was not plain idli and plain dosa. It will return. What it will return? It will return rava idli and masala dosa. Right? Whatever he is overridden the behavior, right? Whatever method that he has overridden means all the properties from mother will also be belong to Sandeep. But Sandeep don't want the old breakfast. He is changing the behavior. Changing the behavior. So this is called as overriding. Are you able to understand what is overriding? So from parent, you will take something, but you don't want what parent has made. You will do whatever you want. So this is called as overriding. Overriding means overriding can only happen if there is an inheritance relationship. If there is an inheritance relationship, say for example, your father gave you a car which he was using before, maybe old cars, maybe Santro he is giving you. You are extending from your father. He is giving you Santro. Will you use the same Santro? No, right? You will sell that and buy a new one, or you will go and do some modifications in Santro, right? That modifications is called as overriding, changing the behavior of a function when it is overridden from the parent. You will not use it as it is. You will change something. So that is called as overriding. Okay. Okay. Poor fellow Sandeep, after doing breakfast and lunch, right? She will also ask for sweet. He will also prepare some sweet. Now the sweet is like she will say, I want gulab jamun only. I want gulab jamun only. So he will not go and override because he knows that already I know how to make gulab jamun from my mother. Okay. I know already from gulab jamun how to make gulab jamun from my mother. He doesn't want to override it here because gulab jamun is gulab jamun. No, he is not making any new gulab jamun. So that's why he will not override it here. So let me go back. Let me go back to main method. And here you can directly call s dot sweet method. Sweet method. By default, it will print how mom was printing, how mom was doing the sweet method. The same sweet will be printed. And you can also do lunch method. So lunch will be like biryani. Okay, so this is what the changes it brings. Okay, now I'll add these changes and let's see how it behaves in real time program. Okay, so here I will add all this, and I'll create one more class called as Sandeep dot Java. Sandeep dot Java. I'll create it and I will save all this data in Sandeep. So what I will do, I'll come here. I'll copy all the data from Sandeep. Whatever he is doing, I'll copy. I'll go back to eBox. I'll paste it here. Okay, done. Now you go to main method, compile it and execute it beautifully. You can see output like first output will be for Harsha, and second output will be for okay, there are some errors. It says public class. Okay, you cannot make it public because there is already one public class. So I'll just remove this public. That's it. Beautifully, it will work. No compilation. Okay, there is some error. Okay, class Sandeep extends mom. Cannot find symbol. What is the error? Somebody, can you point what is the error? It says sweet method.
Sir, you
Cannot
need to
find this.
create mom class file also.
Yeah, correct. I forgot to create mom class. Sorry. She is the root, right? From him only Sandeep learned everything. So how can I forget mom class? Sorry for that. I'll just go copy that. So see. Now Sandeep internally feels so proud, okay, that his name is been used. Okay, he'll feel proud that he's making so many things to girlfriend also.
He won't sleep today night, sir.
Yeah, no, there is a twist. Okay, see, you can see the output here. It is saying hit century and Telugu songs, but it is not printing the values. What is the reason? Sandeep is equal to new Sandeep. Okay, all these are methods that you are having written statements. So you have to print all this. So if you don't print it, those values will not be printed. So I'll just go and print them. I'll just go and print all of them. But there's a twist for Sandeep's story also. So okay, so now I'll go and execute. Now you can observe the difference, right? You can see here. So Telugu song, still this, it is Harsha's. Now you can see he's calling breakfast, but Rava idli and masala dosa is printed. But for sweet, it is jamun only. You remember this? For sweet, it is jamun only. What mother was making, no? The same jamun. And for biryani, it is different, right? He overdone the implementation, right? How Sandeep overdone the implementation. For making coffee, is making filter coffee. He is this is one extra method. Okay, he can also do coffee now. Okay, what he learned from mother is making breakfast and lunch. But what he did not do is he did not make any changes in whatever sweet that he is preparing. That's why it is same as how mom was making it. So jamun, okay? Same jamun is printed in the output. Okay, hope you understood this. And coming back to Sandeep's story, so he was like full satisfied that he was making a breakfast, he was making lunch, and he was making sweet and all. He was expecting a special gift from girlfriend. Okay, at least one special gift. So she at the end does, and or he will ask. Sandeep was expecting that three magical words from his girlfriend. But girlfriend finally told like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, she was doing a prank in some reels. Okay, so he acted as if she doesn't know cooking, and she made all cooking with Sandeep, and she made a beautiful prank video out of Sandeep, and she will post it in all the Instagram and things. So be careful, Sandeep. Okay, next time. So I hope you understood these two things, right? So whenever I'm saying this overriding, right? Whenever I'm saying overriding, this is done, right? Overriding is done by a method called as, I was writing it static and dynamic, right? So whatever overriding that you're seeing here, this is done only as part of dynamic binding. We call this as dynamic binding. Why dynamic binding? Initially, what mom was having, so this is like the properties that mom was having, right? Sandeep inherited Sandeep inherited mom, but how he is changing this is dynamic, right? When his girlfriend home only, he changed all this. In girlfriend home only, he changed the lunch factor, right? Until that, your compiler will not get to know what is the implementation present here. Once it is overriding, then only it will have the change in the implementation, right? So this is called as dynamic binding. We call it as dynamic binding. Method overriding is called as dynamic binding. I hope you understood the difference between method overloading and method overriding, right? So you got this clear difference, right? So if somebody asks you what is method overloading, you remember the example of Harsha, and somebody asks you what is the difference between what is method overriding, you keep the example of Sandeep. Okay, so this will make you more familiar when you're explaining it to your interviewer. Okay, don't tell these examples to interviewer. Your interviewer will kill you. I'm saying you this is a basics for knowing what is the concept. For that, you can make use of this. Are you able to understand this? Like, just reply yes or no so that we can move forward.
Yes, sir.
Great. So next topic that we have in our plate, like you understood what is overloading and what is overriding. Okay. So next we have in your plate is what is interface. Okay. So before coming to interface, we'll understand this topic called as what is abstraction. Okay. So abstraction is very important. Maybe you can put some 5 stars next to your like when you're reading, you'll put that stars, no? Important question, important question. So like that, you can put some 10 stars to it. Okay, it's very important and very frequently asked question in interview. Um, okay, I'll teach you what is there in the market now, because they'll ask you what are the new changes in Java 8 features. Also in Java 8, a lot of changes has happened for this abstraction. So I will also be telling you what is this. Okay. Somebody has a doubt. Sir, in method overloading for method sing song, we did not write a print statement. Even though it printed, but it did not happen in overriding. Okay, so don't get confused. So that is okay. In overloading, we come to Harsha. Here I have something called as void method. If you have a method as void, it doesn't return anything. So I am printing it here only. Here only I have system.out.println. So that's why it was printing. That's why it was printing all the output. All the output was printed there only because I had written void method and system.out.println here. But if you see what Sandeep's case, right? Here everything is string, string, string. It is not void methods. I'm just returning the value. Return, return, return. So if you're returning a string to your main method, there should be somebody to print it. Somebody should print it, right? So that's why I added this print statements next to it. Say the system.out.println I added because for cricket, you did not, means it was all void method and there only system.out.println was written. So I did not use it. But for others, I don't have this void method. I have string method. So it will return some value. This will return some value. I have to print that, right? To print that, I am using
Excuse me, sir.
system.out. Yeah.
Can you please wait for 5 minutes here? We lost the internet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I think you should work on your internet connectivity. That is something which is not avoidable in colleges and environment. In colleges, those things will happen. Okay, so at least in your home, I recommend all the students to go and buy a broadband connection. Okay, at least of 40 Mbps speed, because as engineers, no, internet is like your air. Now we have air and water to survive. So similarly, internet is something that engineers need. Okay, so all the information that you get, all the courses that you do, everything you are doing, so internet is now important. So I recommend all of you to go and take a connection of broadband. Maybe you can remove in your home. You have this DTH and you have this cable network services and all. You can cut that. Okay, just remove all that. You save money in that. Maybe 300, 400, 500, you are recharging to that. No, same 500 you recharge for broadband connection. Okay, you take broadband connection from Airtel or Act 500 or any other connections. So like internet is everything now. Okay, so remove all your DTH signals and cable TV network, all that you just disconnect. Okay, save money in all that and take the internet broadband connection so that you can watch all those in internet. So that is all possible. Okay, as one suggestion from me, when you're in home, you do this first. Next time when you're going back, I want all of you to take or talk to your parents and get the broadband internet connection compulsorily. Okay, don't use your hotspot or mobile internet connectivity and all that. Okay, that is all big scams. So that is only preserved only for your mobile data. So don't use that for a learning purpose or coding purpose and all that, you don't use. That is not at all recommended. Okay, so go buy a broadband connection. That is one first suggestion that I give you, because when I was student, right, my lecturer also gave me this advice to disconnect the hotspot thing and go with a broadband connection. But but those times internet was very expensive, and like I wanted to pay too much for a broadband connection, so I did not take a broadband connection. But that was the major mistake I did in my student journey. That's why I took a lot of time to learn things. Okay, but when I observed my friend who took this advice and took the broadband connection, learned at least 2 times better than me. And like everything decides, okay, your package will be depending on what knowledge you have, and your company, which company you work for, will depend on how good knowledge that you are having. Right? If you have good knowledge, you can crack interviews of a good company and you can go to a good company. Right? If you have less knowledge, you will get job, but you will go to a normal startup kind of environment, and you have to struggle for another 3-4 years extra to enjoy all the amenities and all the benefits. So I recommend you, this is the right time, go get the small investment, maybe 600 to 700. If you are paying, you will get the broadband connection, but it's a very good investment that you are making. If somebody is not having that, please first go and take the connection from your local vendor. Okay, I'm waiting for others to get the internet connectivity so that I can start the next topic. I'm still waiting. So by then, I'll just tell you the problems which are present in eBox, how to solve them in this polymorphism. So polymorphism, overloading and overriding, you understood, right? So by time everybody joins, I'll tell you how to tackle the problems in polymorphism, so that you will not feel difficult and when time you are practicing. So pay attention. So here you have overloading, right? You know what is overloading, right? So it's like example of overloading is always example of Harsha. Okay, means you have some methods already in the class with the same name but different set of arguments, like play cricket with crush and girlfriend, right? Similarly, this problem you need to take. Okay, so in this, what they're saying is there is a class called as ticket booking. So what is ticket booking class? It is like Harsha class. Okay. So what it is having? It is having some arguments like stage, customer, number of. Okay, and it also has methods. See, make payment, make payment, make payment. How it was like play cricket, play cricket, play cricket. Similarly, you have make payment, make payment, make payment. Here with only one argument. Here with two
Sir, can you
arguments.
please reshare the screen?
Just a minute. I'll just reshare this. Okay, now hope it is visible for all of you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in overriding, you have a class called as ticket booking. Okay. So here it has some arguments like it was having age and height and all. No. Similarly, you have some attributes. And you have methods like make payment, make payment. Like you had this play cricket, play cricket, play cricket, right? Similarly, here arguments are only different. Method name is same. Method name is same, but arguments are different. Arguments are different. Okay, but if you observe overriding, right, Sandeep case, right, method name is also same. See, breakfast method name is same as mother's name, breakfast, without argument. Same name, same argument, but only implementation will change in overriding. Okay. Now, if you are overloading, what happened? You have one class which is having method called as make payment. Make payment will now have same name but different set of arguments. So make payment method is having different using this you need to perform a we'll go on mute.
I think you are in mute.
Sorry, I was in mute. Okay, so here you have methods which are having arguments, and all of them are void methods. You can see here, this is void, and this is void. So in this method only you have to write system.out.println. So that you should remember. Okay, in this only you have to write system.out.println. If you want to see, I have solved one problem. You can also see. Okay, see, ticket booking is a class which is having stage event booking ticket, and this is a constructor. And you can see there are methods, right? I was saying you make payment method with one argument, and it is having all print statements in this only because it's a void method. Okay, and make payment, it is having all the system.out.println here only. This is with two arguments, wallet number and amount. And here it is credit card, CCV number, name and amount. So this is also having all system.out.println here on. In main method, what you'll do, you'll just create you'll read the inputs and create object of ticket booking. Then call case 1, case 2, case 3. If it is case 1, it is one argumented constructor. Case 2, it is two argumented constructor. Case 3, it is three argumented constructor. So like this, you need to call the method. Okay. So I'll just send this program for your reference. You can just see this fourth problem. So this is having all the data. So I will just take this as example. I'll send you this. This is like your class that we discussed. So it is Harsha, right? You have that Harsha class. In that, whatever we are having, the same thing. I'll be just sending this code for both of this. You can just refer. This is for overloading. Okay, this is overloading. Okay, now imagine there is one more example for overriding, maybe the fifth one. Fifth one is for overriding. Okay, you know what is overriding now? There should be parent and child relationship, and whatever is there in the parent, same methods will be present in child, but you will give your own implementation. You will give your own implementation. So you can see projected revenue is a method which is present in a class called as event. Okay, event, you have a method called as projected revenue. But whenever you are printing, right, you will have different implementation. Okay, so here calculate revenue and returns double value. Okay, so parent value will just return 0, 0. So in parent, it is returning 0, 0 only. So imagine like your RBI, okay, Reserve Bank of India, will set a rules for every bank should collect interest, or every bank should give interest for money that people are depositing. But do you think every bank is giving you same interest? No, right? If you go to Canara Bank, interest rate will be different. If you go to SBI Bank, interest rate will be different. Similarly, what RBI says is, hey, you should have one method called as, or one thing called as interest. So it is up to each bank, depending on their convenience, they will change the interest rate. For home loan, maybe in Canara Bank, it is 6.5% as the interest, but in SBI, it is 7.5. So 1% extra in SBI Bank. So that is the overridden behavior. So every bank class will inherit RBI, but RBI says only to give, or like mom says only to make idli, But what Sandeep did, he did masala idli, or he did what is that, rava idli, or he did masala dosa. So it is up to him to give his own implementation. So that is done in this problem. You can go, there is say this is the event class, this is the parent class, like mom class, this is the parent class. Okay, here you have name, details, organizing event, and you have this projected revenue. In projected revenue, it is 0, 0. In the parent class, it is 0, 0. Okay, but if you see in the exhibition, you have the same projected revenue, but here it is like number of stalls into 1,000. This is the implementation they gave. Okay, similarly, if you say exhibition, in exhibition, it will be double of number of stalls into 10,000. So each place, it is different. How it is implementing, it is different in exhibition and stage event. So you just go see at override. Here it is written called at override. What does it mean by at override? It means you are overriding it from the parent. Okay, you can go and write this. So it is a very good practice to write this. So this breakfast now, this breakfast I'm overriding from mom, right? So I will just write at override. So this is a annotation to say this breakfast method is directly from mom. If you don't write this also, it's fine. It will work the same way. But see, imagine in mom, it is capital breakfast. B is capital. But here by mistake, if you type small b, it will give you alert. If you write at override, it will give you alert saying that, hey, you have written at override and it is not at all present. So this method is not present in mom class. So at override, if you write, it will automatically detect what is the method name. The moment you write capital B, then it's fine. Okay. So always write this at override. It is recommended whenever you are overriding parent class behavior. So here, from mom, you are taking this breakfast as well as lunch. So you must write this at override on top of those methods so that it is specifying that you are taking it from the parent. Okay, so just go and look into this. So you will have, it is very easy to solve. In case you didn't get it, you can come back and I'll always there to help you out. Okay, so next thing that we're going to understand is abstraction. So I'll tell you a story for this abstraction. So you can give me any name from your class for abstraction. If you want to understand abstraction, I just want one name from your side for teaching you that.
Vinay sir.
Taruni. Okay, there is a name called Taruni. Okay, I'll take that because 2 times I've taken boy's name. Taruni is a girl name, correct? No? Okay, I'll take Taruni. So imagine Taruni, you are there in the call. I just wanted a topic. Hello. Okay. So what was your ambition? What you wanted to become, Taruni? Like, what was your ambition when you were in childhood or in your college and school or whatever? What you wanted to become? Taruni, I'm asking you. What was your, okay, professor? Nice. Okay. Now I'm explaining you the topic of I'll take Taruni. Taruni. Okay. Did I spell it right? Yeah, Taruni. Okay. So I'm just creating a class called as Taruni, and like here, what is this abstraction is in the first place you need to understand. Imagine Taruni becomes a professor. Okay, Taruni is now a professor.
Sir,
Okay,
it's Taruni, sir, not Taruni.
Sorry, Taruni. Spelling is correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Taruni. Oh, okay. Taruni wanted to be a professor. Okay. So now imagine how your professors or how every professor in your college behaves. You just think about it. Okay. Think like a professor. Okay. Now imagine there is a topic called as uh, maybe which branch you are in, all computer science, right? Okay. There is something called as RDBMS MS topic, correct? No, relational database management system, right? All of you know that, right? Relational database management system. You know that topic? Yes or no? Oh, these guys are not saying yes or no also.
Sir, we just had an idea.
Okay, okay. Any subject in the previous semester that you learned? Any subject in the previous semester that you learned?
Software engineering, sir.
Yeah. Imagine software engineering. Software engineering. Okay. So this is one subject called software engineering, and Taruni wants to teach that as a professor. Okay, she wants to teach that as a professor, right? Now, how does she teach? How does she? mm, why can't we take data structures? Yeah, you can take data structures. It's also a good subject. Okay, DBMS, RDBMS, yeah, everything you can take. Any subject you can take. Now, as a professor, how Taruni behaves, I want to tell you. Okay, how Taruni behaves, I want to tell you. The moment you sit in Taruni's class, imagine Taruni is your professor. In the first day itself, will she go and solve the problem? Some problem is there in software engineering. Some mathematical calculation is there, or some important exam question is there. Something is there. Will she go and do it in the first day only? Or imagine data structures Taruni is teaching. Will she go and do binary search tree in the day one? No, right? No. So why she doesn't do, or why she doesn't take up that? Or in the first day, what she will teach is, she will teach the index. What are the topics that she is going to teach? She will first start with arrays. She will say, I will start with array. Then after understanding arrays, then I'll go for linked list. Linked list. After you understood linked list, then I'll teach something called as doubly linked list. Then I'll go for map, right? Hash map, or you can say map topic. After understanding maps, then I will teach you what are trees, right? Then I'll come to algorithms. All this she will explain in the first day. First day, what is that she need to do? She need to introduce herself, what she is going to do, and what is her background, and how many years she is working in that college, and what are the topics that she is going to teach in the entire semester. For first month, what she will be teaching. For second month, what she will be teaching. For third month, what she will be teaching. How many units she will cover in that semester, and how many units you should learn. All that she will just give you the introduction part of it. Correct? After that, right, for every semester or for every month, she will take up one chapter and she will go in deep and she will explain that. Correct, no? So as a professor, what she is doing is she is doing abstraction. Okay, what is abstraction? Saying what are all there in the program, what is there in this semester. She's saying in this subject, what are the topics that are there. She's saying, but she is not going in deep of anything. Okay, so this phenomena or this type is called as abstraction. Means you, as a student, you should know there is something called array. You should know she will teach linked list. You should know she is teaching maps. She will teach graphs. She will teach trees. All that you should know, but you should not know everything in deep in the first day only. Like an introduction she is giving, right? So this is called as abstraction. Okay, so always remember, whenever you see why abstraction is required in your program, if you are asking me, like in your, if you go to any page, no, your engineering books, if you open the first page, it will be written as abstract. Have you observed that? Abstract. How many of you have observed that? If you have any book, you just open it and see the first page, it will be written as abstract. What do you mean by abstract? It is nothing but in introduction, or whatever is there in the book will be present in that abstract. Okay, so here also, what is abstraction is whatever is there in the program, I'll just give you the overall idea. Okay? So Taruni is doing that now. Okay, so this is one thing that you should just observe. Okay, now I'll convert Taruni class into abstract class. Okay, always remember, now this abstraction in Java can be achieved by two ways in which we can achieve abstraction. What is the first way? First way is by having abstract classes. There is something called as abstract classes. So till now, you know what are classes, right? But now you will understand what are abstract classes, and you will understand what is interface. Okay, what is abstract class and what is interface? There are two ways in which we can achieve abstraction. So what are the two ways? One is abstract class, other one is by using interface. Okay. Now imagine what she will do. I will make class Taruni as abstract class. How to do that? There is a keyword called as abstract. I can write public class abstract Taruni. The moment I write this, sorry, I have to write it before class keyword. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. So now this keyword, the moment I write public abstract class Taruni, means this Taruni will now behave as abstract class. Okay. What do you mean by abstract class? Is abstract class can have abstract methods. Okay, abstract methods in it. So what is abstract method? I'll tell you that. So I'll write public abstract teach arrays. Teach array. So this is one abstract method. Okay. Now you can see here it is saying, okay, this public abstract teach, you need to have some return type. So I will just have any return type can be given. So I'll just write string teach array. Okay. So what is the first method in Taruni? Taruni is saying I will teach arrays. Okay. So teach array is fine. And after that, what you will teach? Okay. After this, I will teach few topics, some more topics. One is teach array. Then I will teach. Then I'll teach. What is this? Linked list. Okay. Then I will teach maps. Then I will teach graphs. Then I will teach something called as trees. Okay. So now this Taruni is now abstract class. Why she is abstract class? Because somebody is looking at Taruni in the first day, they will think, okay, she's saying she will teach array. She's saying she will teach linked list and all that. First day, what Taruni brings here is she will let you know what are the topics present. She will let you know what are the topics present for the entire year. Okay, entire year. Now this becomes one set of confusion. Who is going to how she is going to teach this, or how she is going to finish all these topics, because an abstract class can have abstract method as well as concrete methods also. What is concrete method? Here you can see this method is not having body, correct? No, this method is not having body. What is body? Generally we write like this. No, we write this and inside this we'll write some code. We'll write some code. We will not have this semicolon. So this kind of method we call it as concrete method. It means there is some implementation given, right? Some implementation given. So this is called as, like, if this is called as normal abstract method, correct? How many of you know this? Or you can just add a return statement, return some array. So this already you know, right? So any program you can write one method with a body action, right? What he has to perform, that action you can have. This is called as body. But remember, all abstract methods will not have body. Abstract methods will not have any body, and they will have a keyword called as abstract. They'll have a keyword called as abstract. Means any hacker or anybody who's looking at this will not understand what does it perform, how does it perform actually. Correct, no? See, Tanushree is a very good professor, and by looking at this topic, can you judge how Tanushree will teach? No, right? By seeing the first day, can you say how this teacher will teach? You cannot judge, correct? No, you cannot judge how she teaches or how she does this work. Now, how you will get to know whether how she teaches and all this is, now these are all abstract. Like if you go to ATM machine, you will have some buttons there, correct? So like withdraw money, change PIN code, deposit money. There are some buttons in it. If you click on that, your activity will start, right? Similarly, there is one class. Now you can see maybe she is assigned to a new class. So observe this. I'll create one more class in a separate file so that you will understand what I'm trying to say. So there is a class called as say she is a teacher for final year students. Final year students. Okay. Now there is a final year class. Now what is that? How to make this person Tanushree to teach all this to final year students? Okay. Now what final year students should do? Final year students should extend. Okay, extend this class called as Taruni. Okay. Now this final year class is extending Taruni. What is the rule here is any class which is extending an abstract class. So what is abstract class? So a class which has abstract keyword with it and all the methods present inside that is abstract. If there is a class like this, so that will be the parent class for any class. So any class which is inheriting Taruni should give implementation to all the abstract methods. Should give implementation to all the abstract methods. Means you can see here you will get an option in what to say Eclipse saying that add unimplemented methods. Add unimplemented methods. What are unimplemented methods? Tanushree is having so many methods which is not having body. Not having body. How she teaches array, she did not tell anywhere, right? How she teaches linked list, she did not tell anywhere. When she will tell, when the classes will start. Okay, so here I can write implement all the unimplemented methods. Can you see here at override, right? Whatever the parent was having, all this is inherited now. Now here you can go on return saying that I will teach or you will learn array in first month of semester. Okay. So what teach array is doing now? So who's calling this? So teach array is implemented where? In the final year class. Final year class, you have implemented teach array. When you will be teaching the array, you will be learning this array in the first month of the semester, is what you are saying. Okay. So when you will learn linked list, you will learn that in second month. You don't know, right? So whatever Tanush decides, the Taruni decides, the same thing you will learn. So here, second month of the semester you will learn. Okay, same thing here also. Yeah, here you might learn it in the third month. So you can choose that. Maybe this is linked list, so you can check this here. You learn linked list in the second month. You will learn maps in the third month. Okay, third month. So something like this, you can provide implementation. Okay, you can provide implementation. It's like overriding only, but what is the basic thing that you are overriding here? Learn graphs. It's like overriding, but what you are overriding? You are overriding all the abstract methods. So what is abstract method? There is no body given here. How it behaves, you have not given here. Where you will give, where you implement it. Okay. So here you can decide what you will teach in arrays. So you can say array is like a continuous block of memory which has indexing, and all that will come here. When she teaches in the final year, first semester, when she is teaching, she will call this method. She will call this method in the second month. She will call this method in the third month. So similarly, it keeps on growing. Okay. So who's responsible for implementing all the methods? Say maybe if it is in final year, you are doing it. Like in final year, if you are not able to implement any one of these methods, means you said as a teacher, you told I will cover all the syllabus in your final year. But if you can't clear it in final year you cannot clear all the topics. Maybe one topic also, if you are not able to clear, then the rule is you should declare this class also as abstract. This final year class also will become as abstract. See, here you will get an error saying that hey, there is a type of final year must implement inherited abstract, that there is something called as teach trees. So you are not teaching trees in final year. So you should make this class also as abstract. Now, how to solve this problem? So main problem here is you cannot create object of Taruni. You cannot create object of final year. Means for any abstract class, you cannot create object. For any given abstract class, you cannot create object. So what is the solution? You can have a new class saying that maybe final year, like after final year, you have some extra classes. In extra classes, right? You will go and extends final year. You will say a final year I cannot do it. So you come for extra classes. So extra classes will extend final year. So here there is one unimplemented method called as trees. You can go and add that here. See, here only trees will come and only trees you can implement here. Only trees you can implement here. Are you able to understand? So in final year, like Taruni is one abstract class. It is having some abstract methods. It's like a index page. So she's saying all these are there with me. Now, when she will teach this, any class which extends that Taruni class. So then she has this class is in final year only. She has to complete all this syllabus. So all this syllabus she has to complete. Means she has to override all these methods and give implementation. But failing to do this, one method was not implemented. So this class will become abstract. Means you have to make this as abstract. Then you have to have an extra class which extends final year, and then that extra method should be overridden and given implementation here. Did you understand, or did I confuse you? Now, where I can create object, I can create object of only this extra classes. I cannot create object of final year also. I cannot create object of Taruni also. Okay. The moment I create object of extra classes, all the methods present in Taruni as well as in final year are present in extra classes. Okay. So after finishing extra classes, you will know all the topics, right? what Taruni wanted to teach, all these topics you will know, correct? So this is how in real time people will implement this abstraction. Are you able to understand this? How many of you understood? Can you?
Sir, could you explain why we made abstract for final year once again?
Final year we made abstract because like final year is responsible for implementing all the methods what Taruni promised. Taruni promised she will cover all these methods: array, linked list, maps, graphs, and trees. She told I will cover all this. All are abstract, means all of them are not having body to it. Okay, there is no body. Okay, so everybody is expecting in final year for all that body will be given. Okay, see, arrays body is given, linked list body is given, maps body is given, right? Graphs also body is given, but trees is not there. Trees she missed, she did not cover. Okay, in final year she was not able to cover. So this final year should be made as abstract. Means your compiler will force you to make this as abstract, because there was one method what Taruni was having which was not implemented. Can you see Taruni was having 5 methods, but only 4 was implemented. One is missing. If one is missing also, you have to make it as abstract class. Okay, and this abstract class somebody else should extend. See, extra class is extending that final year class. And what was the unimplemented method? Only trees was not implemented. So that she will teach in extra classes. So you can go on create object of extra classes so that you can access all these members. Trees also you can access array also you can access, linked list also, graph also, everything you can access by creating object of child called as extra classes. Does this make sense now? Okay, I'll
Yes,
give you.
sir. Oh.
Okay, maybe for students to understand now, I'll give one more example. Please pay attention. Okay, please. Can you give one more student name so that you will understand perfectly?
So
Can you give
Varun.
one? Okay. Varun is one class, right? Okay, Varun is one class. Okay, now I will have one more class created. Okay, Varun is. I'll come to Varun later. I'll create one more class called as some girl. Okay, some girl I will take. Okay, some girl, some XYZ. I don't know what's her name. Some girl I'll take. Okay, and I will take this girl's father. Okay, I'll take girl's father. So I'll take girl's dad. Okay, girl's dad. Girl's dad. Done. Okay. Now, like girl's dad will tell this girl to marry. Okay, I'll just remove this XYZ so that will not let it be there. Okay. So girl's dad will tell this girl to marry. Okay. So when girl dad will tell to marry, this girl will have some dreams. Okay. Like she will say, I want public string string say get gold. So there is a request, there is a command from the girl saying that if I want to marry, I want a gold. Okay, I want some gold, and she will say not only gold, I want one house also. I want money also. I want car also. Okay, imagine that as this. These are the demands. Okay, from a girl: home, car, and lots of money. So these are the demands that a girl will give. So what is this? What are these? These are all the unsatisfied wishes of a girl. Girl was not having gold, she was not having home, she is not having car, and she's not having money. These are the unsatisfied wishes of a girl. So now what if these are unsatisfied, you have to make this class as abstract. Okay, abstract. So now who's responsible to satisfy all these wishes? All these wishes, who should satisfy? Maybe your dad will try to do that. Okay, what dad will do? Dad will extend this girl class. Extends this girl class, girl XYZ class. He will try to extend. Okay, and here he will try to give all the implementation for this gold. Okay, so gold, he will buy 1 kg gold for her to make her get married. Okay, gold. Okay, she will give that 1 kg of gold. Then he will try to build a home. Okay, build a home, new home. He'll try to build a new home. He did that also. He tried to build a new home, but he will say, hey, I cannot buy car and I cannot get lots of money to you. He will reject all this too. Okay, he will reject all this too. Now what happens? Girl's dad is also not satisfied. Girl is also not satisfied. Correct, no? Because girl was having lot of unsatisfied wishes. See, all this 4 was the unsatisfied wishes. But dad tried to satisfy 2 things on gold and home. But he cannot satisfy all the wishes of this girl. Now, this girl's dad will also become abstract. He should become abstract. He should become abstract. Means you cannot create object of girl also, and you cannot create object of girl's dad also. You cannot create. Okay. Now there should be one person who will marry this girl, right? That is Varun. Okay, very lucky guy. Okay, Varun extends. He'll go and talk to girl's dad. Varun extends girl's dad. He will go and extend girl's dad, because girl's dad also did not able to satisfy all her wishes. So he will extend girl's dad, and he will say, I will do unimplemented things. Means this car. So he will buy some Tata Nexon. Okay, Tata Nexon. He will buy this Tata Nexon car to impress. Okay, and money he joins for a good company and earns 2 lakhs, 2 lakh per month. He does this. Now you can see Varun is the class which satisfied all the wishes of girl also and girl's dad also. Correct, no? So now why girl dad was made abstract? Because girl dad was unable to give implementation for all her wishes. He gave for this gold and he gave for the building, but he cannot give for car as well as for money, right? He cannot do it. Who is doing it? Varun, the Superman, who extends girl dad. He go and talks to the girl dad and says, don't worry. Okay, I will marry your daughter and I will get the car, that Tata Nexon, and I will bring money like 2 lakh per month I will earn and I will take care of her. So Varun is a Superman now. So now when you are using it, you can create object of Varun. In main method, you can create object of Varun, right? Varun V is equal to new Varuna, right? Varuna, right? Varun object can be created. Now Varun has access to everything, right? Varun now has access to everything because Varun married her, right? So Varun has access to car, he has access to gold, he has access to house, he has access to money that he is earning. So Varun is now implementing all the unimplemented methods of girl also as well as girl's dad also. You're able to understand this now. Why I made this girl's dad as abstract? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense, right? It's any class which is extending an abstract class, it's that class duty to give all the implementation. But if this class is failing to give implementation, that should be made abstract, and some other class like Varun should extend this class and give implementation. Now Varun gave implementation for all this, so he is not abstract. I can create object of Varun. If you go and create object of girl's dad or anything, it will give errors. You cannot create object of girl's dad. Girl's dad D is equal to new girl's dad. No, you cannot do it. Okay, you cannot do. It will give error. You cannot do it. Girl's dad. If you do like this, right? If you do like this, it will give error. It says, hey, I cannot create object, cannot instantiate the type girl's dad because it is abstract in nature. Any abstract class, you cannot create object. You cannot create object. Did this make sense? Did you understand what is abstract classes? Yes or no? Abstract classes you understood, right? Okay, so we will connect tomorrow and understand some more topics in abstraction.